食べたい。
食べたい？ちょっと待って。ああ、いくよ。せーの、パカーン。うわー。
Today we're gonna be making filling, nutritious and flavor-packed onigirazu and classic miso soup which will energize you until lunchtime. Onigirazu is kind of like a rice sandwich and I'm going to introduce you two versions, one of which is plant-based, so I hope every one of you will have something to take out. Brief thank you to On the Umami for partnering in this video. We're gonna chat more about that later, but for now, let's get cooking. First, we're gonna begin by making classic miso soup. I've been introducing loads of miso soup recipe in this channel, but this recipe is something I make more often than any other recipes in my real life, which means simple and delicious. Chop carrot, onions, and Chinese cabbage into small bite-sized pieces. Carrots and onion are two staples for us since it imparts the natural sweetness to the soup. Then in addition to that, usually add some seasonal vegetables, in this case, Chinese cabbage. But it could be broccoli, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, anything you like. Some people, like my mom, keep the ingredients very simple to enjoy the dashi umami flavor itself. I think it's delicious as is, but in my family, I see soup as an eating supplement, especially for the picky kids, so I usually load up on multiple kinds of ingredients. Once we've done chopping, transfer to the pot and add water, then place the dashi packet into the soup. Dashi packet is something I use almost every day. When you are in a rush but want to make wholesome miso soup, all you have to do is just add water and dashi packet in the pot, shake it about 5 times to extract more umami flavor, and simmer for 5 minutes on low. Discard the dashi packet and you're gonna have a delicious, nutritious dashi stock ready. This umami dashi packet from On the Umami is especially great because there's no chemical seasonings or preservatives added. Every time I make a miso soup with this dashi packet, kids devour them all, including a huge amount of veggies and tofu, because it just tastes so good. It's bursting with umami flavor. If you're someone who thinks miso soup is a kind of just a salty soup without much flavor, you might haven't found the right umami dashi stock yet. Because this dashi packet is carefully blended by the maker, you will hardly go wrong with pretty much any ingredients, so I highly recommend trying these, especially for cooking beginners. Other than soups, you can simply open the packet and mix it into the rice to make onigiri. You can pour the dashi stock over the rice to make ochazuke, which is like a quick rice porridge. Even for the hot pot and fried rice. I know it's the best to make dashi from scratch, but I'm someone who is always in a rush but wants to make wholesome food for my family. So this dashi packet has been a great help for years and years. What's inside of it is probably the most popular question I receive in this channel. This particular one mainly includes bonito flakes, kombu, and salt. And don't forget about you, my vegan friends. There's a vegan version of it, which I have been hunting for years to introduce to you guys, and finally find it. I highly recommend all of them, but before you purchase, make sure to check the ingredients list to see if that's fit your dietary requirement. I truly want you to have a great experience with this. Check out the link in the description box, and if you purchase through the link, the shipping cost will be free. After simmering for 5 minutes, discard the dashi packet, close the lid, and cook it until vegetables are cooked to your liking. In the meantime, let's make onigirazu, shall we? Cook Japanese sushi rice according to the package instructions, and I have a recipe on how to make Japanese sushi rice in a pot, so let me leave the link for you in the description box again. For the filling, first we're gonna make kimpira. Shred carrot into much thin sticks and do the same for broccoli stems. First, remove the outer layer of broccoli stem. That part is a bit tough and fibrous to eat. shred inside into about the same size as carrot. The most popular vegetable used in this kimpira dish is burdock, which is an earthy, crunchy root vegetables. I assume most of you don't have access to burdock, so instead I'm opting for broccoli stem today. But if you are lucky enough to have a burdock on your hand, please try that at least once. Burdock is a great source of fiber. Heat the pan with a bit of oil over medium heat, and in goes carrot and broccoli stem. Let the vegetable coat it with oil for a couple of minutes. Make sure to get your pan moving. When the vegetables are cooked but still retain the crunchiness, season with the sugar, mirin, soy sauce, and cooking sake, also known as rice wine. Continue to cook for another 2 to 3 minutes until most of the liquid has evaporated. When it is, remove it from the heat and sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds along with toasted sesame oil. Transfer to the container or plate. For the vegan version, we're gonna be making some edamame and pickle filling. Boil frozen edamame for about 5 to 7 minutes. Drain the water and transfer to the bowl. Mash it with the back of the fork or potato masher until it becomes crunchy. Not crunchy, chunky like this. Then add finely chopped any pickle of your choice. Here I'm using pickled daikon radish, but kimchi or even pickled cucumber would work. This pickle will impart a savory, crunchy fun texture to our onigirazu, so don't skip on that. Add vegan mayo, mix to combine and set it aside. Before assembling onigirazu, check on our miso soup. Dissolved miso paste. I'm using yellow miso, but any miso will do. First in the ladle and gently mix them in. Add cubed tofu along with wakame seaweed for even more umami flavor. Off the heat, try not to boil the soup after adding miso soup to retain the aroma. And that's it. Now for the fun part. We are ready to assemble onigirazu. We're gonna be starting with vegan onigirazu first. I have 3-inch square container. Make a bed of 3 cups of cooked rice by gently pressing it with the back of a spoon. I would recommend wetting the spoon. This keeps the rice from sticking. On top of that, pile up shiso leaves. Use any leaves you have on hand. Then kimpira and edamame mixture. You can kinda eyeball it for how much you are going to put in, but the more filling you get, the more difficult to wrap it with the nori seaweed later on. Cover with another 3rd cup of remaining rice. Place nori seaweed on the plastic wrap, shiny side down. Here is the moment. Because I didn't wet the bottom of the container and I pressed too hard, the rice sticks at the bottom. Now we are ready to seal this up. Fold opposite points of nori seaweed and do another as if you are making present. Then close the plastic wrap to keep the form tightly. If you want to show the beautiful cut, let it sit for 5 minutes. This will help the onigirazu to be sliced easily. For the non-vegan version, I just swap edamame mixture for fried egg. Cook 2 minutes on each side until egg yolk is firm. The same story. Rice at the bottom, then shiso leaves, kimpira, mayo, and fried egg. Cover it with the rice. This time I wet the bottom of the container and didn't press it too much, but still kind of sticks to the bottom. Do you guys have any tips? Please share in the comment section. I need help and suggestion. To be honest, I'm totally a beginner when it comes to onigirazu. I'm more of the classic onigiri type of person, although I like the idea of onigirazu. I just thought the container will help me to construct into better shape, but you don't have to, especially the rice tends to stick at the bottom as you saw. You can just pile up everything directly on the nori seaweed if you prefer. I need to practice it a little bit more. Practice makes it perfect, right? Unlike the messy process, onigirazu turned out quite nicely. It's a miracle. It's got a crunchiness from kimpira. Kimpira is sweet and salty, but the eggs and edamame mixture round up all the flavor nicely. I'm assuming if you like teriyaki burger type of flavor profile, you're gonna love this one. The combination of miso soup and onigirazu was 10 out of 10. It's sure to be my family's new breakfast combo. Hi! Before we sign off, I feel so awkward to just being so commercialized, but I don't want to push you to buy it, but this is something I strongly want to recommend, because if you have been following me for a while, probably you guys know that I love soups and I make soups almost every day, and I use this dashi packet a lot. Especially when it comes to miso soup, it's really handy and it's so tasty, but it's nothing really synthetic. So if you love the soups as much as I do, I highly recommend this one. At least maybe give it a try once to see if you like it or not. And if you do find something that you like, let me know in the comment section below. And thanks a lot for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye, mata ne!